Hey guys, Ethan the director here, and since Star Wars Episode 9 is coming out in the next couple weeks, thought what better time to review every single Star Wars movie from Episode 1 of the prequel trilogy to Episode 8, and it's gonna be more of a rant by then than a review. But anyway, I got my dad here to help me review Episode 1. He's gonna give his thoughts on it and where it fails, where it succeeds, then I'll give you my input on it. So take it away, Dad.
I can't remember the whole entire movie because it's been years since I've seen it, but I know it got a lot of criticism because it started pretty slow. I would say that George Lucas wrote 9 episodes, and this was the first. And to me, I completely understand why it was so slow to get started, because you don't just start a movie that's the beginning of 9 episodes and just jump into action and have it kick butt right off the bat. You have to build a storyline. You have to develop characters. So I think that the criticism it received isn't really righteous. I think people should understand that it takes a lot of detail, a lot of story building to begin a 9-episode series. The positive note, especially, and I think most people will agree, it ends with one of the best lightsaber battles in the entire series. I personally think it's the best, but that's just my opinion. Overall, though, it was an entertaining movie. It wasn't great, but I don't think it was as horrible as most people say. And I just leave it at that.
How many stars do you give it out of 5?
3.
Okay, so Star Wars Episode 9. A lot of people were hyped back in 1999 for this one because it was the beginning of a prequel trilogy that would explain Anakin's origins, how he became Vader. This first entry into the prequel saga, it starts off very slow, like Dad said. There is a little action at the beginning, but I found this to be a very boring and very slow movie. Like Chris Stuckman has said, there's way too much dialogue in these movies. There's too much talking, like people just in rooms talking. There needed to be a lot more action, but the lightsaber battle was the highlight of this one. But he forgot to mention that there are actually a lot of other standout scenes, like the pod race with Anakin, or them escaping Naboo in the starship, and they're trying to fight off all of these other battleships as they're in danger, their shields are low. They send R2-D2 out to fix it. That's pretty intense. Also, the battle happening with the Gungans at the same time as the starfighters trying to destroy the control ship, and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon fighting Darth Maul. Those were really epic and intense scenes. The climax was really good, so it kind of made up for the slow movie that we got before the climax. But overall, I found The Phantom Menace to be a very boring and uninteresting drag of a movie. I give Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, 2 out of 5 stars. If you're a Star Wars fan, I would recommend that you start here because, it's worth it to get to, Episode 7 or Episode 5 especially, and Episode 9, which will be the end of a great saga. So those are my thoughts on Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Also, a lot of people complain about the pick for Anakin in this movie, and I totally agree. Jake Lloyd was terrible as Anakin. He was very annoying and but also Jar Jar Binks was the most annoying character in this. I couldn't stand Jar Jar. He is he's the Sid of the Star Wars franchise. But anyway, stay tuned for my review of Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, as well as all the other Star Wars films to follow. I'll see you guys later.
I was just saying.